Hi guys, the second most important thing to think about when you're sleeping is trying to keep everything as neutral as possible, not waking up with your head like this or this, which for too long can cause pain. So, the best way to do that is simply by matching up your pillow with your sleeping position. So, when you're on your side, usually a little thicker pillow is better, so your head's not too far down to this way, versus on your back, a little thinner is better, so that your head's not pushed too far up that way. My favorite pillow is one called the Groove pillow that allows for both of those. It has a little notch for your head when you're laying on your back, and then when you roll to your side, it puts you up a little bit more and supports you more. There's a link in my blog about sleeping on my website. They may be on back order right now, but I'm sure there's other similar things on Amazon. Hi guys, if you're a stomach sleeper and you're waking up with neck or shoulder pain, stay tuned for a couple tips on how to change that. So first of all, I used to be a stomach sleeper. I think it's the most comfortable position, but I've been able to transition to what I think is the second most comfortable position, which is on your side. And there's two things that can help you implement that as well. Number one is hugging a pillow, a big, fluffy, comfortable pillow. That's going to help prevent you from rolling forward onto your side. The second thing is putting a pillow in between your knees. That's good for your back and hips. And with that, the smaller the pillow, the better. A little throw pillow is perfect. If you use a big head pillow, you're probably going to kick it out of the way and go back to the old ways. As with all habits, it doesn't need to be 100% at first. Even if you just start out in this position, that can help. Hi guys, a couple more tips for sleeping, especially if you're waking up with pain on your downside shoulder, or if you like to cuddle, stay tuned to the end. So the tips are to simply place a pillow under your downside hand. So definitely not laying up like this, but instead of just hugging that pillow here, what you can do is let your hand rest here or let it rest out to the side, especially if you're sleeping with a partner, rather than their head and neck pushing into a straight arm. Bending that arm, supporting it a little bit will give you more space so it won't cut off circulation and you can cuddle a little bit longer. Let's talk about my favorite sleeping position. We already mentioned on your side, hugging a pillow with a pillow between your knees is completely fine. But if you want to work on your posture at night while you're sleeping, give this a try. What you're going to do, you're going to lay on your back, you're going to lift your shoulder and tuck the shoulder blade underneath, and then lean down and pin it there. Then you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. From here, you're going to tuck your tailbone underneath as well, kind of like we talked about in some lower back videos in the past. Then you're just going to lay here with your hands open, stretching everything out, combating some of this forward posture that comes from sitting. You can also do this during the day at a chair. If you're feeling like you're too slouched, you lean to one side, tuck it, pin it, and then do the same thing with the other side.
I like this. Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers. Hi, guys.
So today we're going to talk about supplements that can help with sleep. The first and the most common is magnesium. You've probably heard of that before. If you haven't tried it, it's definitely worth trying. The second and less common, thank you, Jesse, with magnesium is vitamin D. That really helps with sleep and they go really well together. So if you're already taking a vitamin D, I would take a magnesium to make sure you're getting the most out of it. The last one is something called methylated B vitamins. Those ones are B9 methylfolate as well as B12 methylcobalamin. About 40% of people have a gene mutation where they can't transfer it into that usable methyl form. So those can really help people who are ruminating or can't get thoughts out of their head at night. So if that's you, try the methylated B vitamins. If not, try magnesium and vitamin D and see if that helps. Good job, say bye.
Bye.
Let's talk about why I've been putting tape on my mouth for the last year and why you may want to consider it as well. It started after I read this book called Jaws, which basically says our mouths are getting smaller due to our newer, softer diets. One of the side effects is that leads a lot of more people to breathe through their mouths, which at night can cause sleep apnea, which is basically us not being able to get into deep REM sleep because we can't get enough oxygen. So mouth tape makes us breathe through our nose to let us get a deeper sleep. I tried it. I noticed that I was not even waking up as much to roll around in bed, and I was waking up a little bit more rested. So if you notice that you're still not getting as restful sleep as you would like, even after trying those supplements, and especially if you snore or you wake up with jaw pain, this is worth trying. What I do is I just take athletic tape, I cut it up into strips. When I put it on, I like to purse my lips first, like that, just so it keeps my jaw in a good closed position rather than still open even with my mouth closed. My final tip to help you get a better sleep is to simply exercise. Tiring your body out so that you can rest at night can be really helpful to help you sleep longer. If you're already exercising, sometimes increasing the intensity level, trying to break a sweat and really get that heart rate elevated can be helpful. If you can't exercise too intensely, even just walking, especially if you can go up some hills and get your heart rate going, or if you can't do that, even going into the sauna can get a sweat going, help detox, help you get a better sleep at night.